We are here with Cate, and I would love if you could tell everyone where you're from, and the services you offer, and how you got into hair and makeup, the wedding industry itself.
Yeah, so I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I do both hair and makeup for primarily weddings now 12 years. I have just kind of always been that girl that like everyone went to like get their hair and makeup done for like proms and stuff. And so I just kind of never stopped and made it my whole career. I started like teetering into weddings. I first worked in like commercial and I realized that was like not a good fit for me, but teetered into weddings when I worked at one of like the blow dry bars and they did a lot of weddings and I just fell in love with like just making people feel pretty and like commercial is a lot more natural stuff and I just like doing like beautiful, gorgeous, pretty hair and makeup and I get to do that every day.
It's amazing. I love that. I love that you started at the blow dry bar. So did
Mhm.
you ever, when you were at the blow dry bar, did you start your wedding business there, or did you start it on a
Yeah.
team? What did that look like?
Yeah, so I managed the blow dry bar that I worked at. So I was doing like 80-hour work weeks. It was a lot of back end and a lot of like running the business on top of doing blow dries. And I started getting carpal tunnel, honestly. And that's where I was like, okay, something needs to change because I was 22 with carpal tunnel in both of my wrists and was like going to doctor's appointments and like getting surgeries and like things lined up. And so I was like, okay, something needs to change. Like, how can I still do what I love doing without like seriously injuring myself and like being able to do this for my entire life? And that's when I was like, okay, like we already do weddings and I see how much these bring in and we're like at a salon. So like I could only imagine like on location. And so I started just very loosely advertising on Facebook Marketplace and I got my very first wedding that day. And I think I charged her like probably like $300. It was such like I worked so hard. I did not charge her a travel fee and it was like 2.5 hours away and like it was a nightmare. But I was like, okay, wait, no, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like it immediately clicked and I immediately was like, okay, how do I do more of these? And so I started like just a trickle of like 5 weddings a year, like through my own company when I first started working at the blow dry bar. And then I made a huge life change and I moved from Nashville to Denver and I was like all in. I am going to do this. And I started immediately advertising out here in Colorado and I booked my very first wedding, which I ended up doing, I think it was like 18 services for $1,400. It was so bad, but it got me in the door and that's where I met some big teams and I started working for them and I was like, oh, this is like a whole career path. Like this doesn't have to be the part-time side gig, weekend hustle. Like I don't have to work as a salon. Like I can just do weddings. And that's when like the whole world changed for me. Quit my salon job immediately, was just like, I'm all in. How do I like sink or swim, you know?
Whoa, wait. Okay. You did 18 services yourself?
Yes. I was
No,
there
shut
from 4
up.
a.m. to 4 p.m. because I didn't have a backbone then. And so like I was only contracted for like bride plus like two. And then everyone was like, "Oh, I love what you're doing. Like, can you fit me in? Can you fit me in?" And I was like, "Of course, of course, of course." And I hadn't taken payment yet. So I was like, "Yeah, just like add it in at the end." And I ended up doing so many services. I mean, my back was broken. Like, because I had no
Wait.
chair, no lighting, like I was just like I was actually working on top of a hot tub. Like it was insane. Like
Wait,
insane.
so funny because I feel like I can relate to that so much. You're just like, yeah, totally.
Because I was just so excited to be there. And the fact that like they saw my work and they were like, "Oh, we love it." And I was like, "Oh, oh, great. Okay, cool."
Amazing. I'll do more. That's totally great.
And I'm a hustler, so like, yeah, great, let's do it. And then yeah. But now I definitely have a lot more boundaries in place.
Well, okay, let's dive into that a little bit. But first, when you came into the academy, tell me like where you were at in your business. Like what was going on? Were you scaling? Were you still in the building phase? And what kind of led you to want to say like, oh, I think I want to join, some like business mentorship?
Yeah, so I was a pretty pivotal point in my career, I really believe. I was doing really well working for teams and like supplementing with my own company. And I was hitting six-figure years. I did three in a row and then it plummeted. I like post-COVID realized that like the market is just so different. I just happened to get in at a really good time, which is why I was like working so much. So I was like, oh, there's brides forever, for always. Like, this is easy. I was doing like 300 weddings a year. It was insane. And
Yeah.
then it all really slowed down, and I was sink or swimming it. So I had no backup plan. And like my teams were asking me less and less to do work because they were getting less work, but also they saw what I was doing for my company and they were like, obviously like you're growing out of us and I don't want to like put more energy into this. So I was getting less inquiries through them, but also less inquiries through my own business. So I knew I needed to figure out where is the disconnect. Like I see other people doing what I want to do here in my market. So like why am I not doing that? Because I had been taking all the courses for like hair and makeup and I had been really leveling in on my craft and like learning the artistry behind it, but I couldn't understand why I wasn't getting the inquiries that other companies were getting as like a solo.
Mhm.
Um, and that's when I had been following you for a while, and you had just started posting about your 3.0. And I think it was pretty immediate where I was like, I've invested at this point like tens of thousands of dollars into education, but never into like business courses. I feel like I had taken like a couple here and there when they were like already added into like the hair and makeup courses, but it was always like, I know this. Like I have a CRM, I have a website. Like I don't need to know how to like apply for a pro discount. Like I've
Yeah.
figured that out. So I'm like past that, but I'm not quite running the business. So like where I am now, and that's what I saw in your program was that it filled that gap for me, and you were running a Black Friday sale when I first saw it. So I was like, okay, I'm in. Like, let's give this a go. And when I tell you, I binged the entire course in 2 months. I every single day I would wake up, I would like dream about it. I'd be like, what are we gonna learn next? Like, I would immediately be like, okay, today I'm gonna tackle this module. I'm gonna do like implement it right away. And until I'm finished with the module and implementing it, I am not getting off my computer out of my desk. Like, it was every single day 7 days a week for like 2 months straight. And my entire business changed, like completely 180'd my whole business and how I look at my business and how I look at myself as an owner. And I mean, I owe that so much to you because I didn't have that knowledge to be able to do that. And you presented it in such a way that was easy to digest, was exciting to learn, and was like very relatable. I love that you had been in the hair and makeup world. I feel like a lot of other business courses were geared towards photographers or, other wedding vendors, or were just like business as a whole. And so
Yeah.
I really like, I don't know if anyone else doing what you're doing. And so it's like so exciting to have that because I was like, oh, she's done this. She's done exactly what I want to do. And how did she get there? And she's going to tell me. And it was perfect and aesthetically pleasing on top of it all. So like so easy.
I do love the aesthetic vibes. If there's one thing I know about you, and I feel like I tell you this all the time, you are so driven. Like when you watch something, like you implement like that day. Like, and I love that about you. Like you do not hold back. And that's how I know like you were able to get such great results because you were like I didn't know that you spent 2 months like boom boom, but I saw the glow up like in real
It was a
time.
glow up. I
It
mean, crazy.
was. It was. Walk me through what changed. Like what changed in your business that you had prior versus, what were all the
Sure.
adjustments?
Well, I mean, the biggest one for me is definitely the social media. I was definitely just like posting a photo once a month, maybe twice a month if I was lucky, and it would be like, loved doing Sarah's glam, like just like, and here's like a huge screenshot of a video, right? Like
Yeah.
nothing of value. And since then, I've gained over 5,000 followers since joining your course. I have a video over 4 million views. I have two more videos over 1 million views. I have on average over 1 million views on my profile every single month. So like that's insane. It's like broken my brain. Like I didn't know that could happen. I didn't think people cared as much as they clearly do. Like I truly was just like, oh, like it's just a portfolio. No one really goes to Instagram to like look at small businesses, and like obviously that's not the case. And I feel like I very much have cracked the code thanks to your courses and just the way that you broke things down and all of your examples. It's been so easy to like first go through all of your courses and like use your cheat sheets, right? And get it verbatim and then understanding why it works through your courses and being able to then stray from your templates to make your own content, I think has been so good because I do find that my own content performs better, but because I understand why yours worked. But that got me the stepping stone.
Yes, I love that. I love that you're able to break out and make it your own because that is always the goal. And it's just like when you understand the why of like, I
Mhm.
know you know why that piece of content. I know
That's
you
what's
know why.
so
And now you're able to rinse and repeat. And that's the
Totally. It's made
whole
it no-brainer. It's so easy now to create content, which used to be super scary to start. And then when I was taking your course, I was like, okay, well, she's got all these templates, so I'll just go off the templates. And then once I was taking the courses, it was like, now I get it. And now I don't even think like it's just like, oh, I just need to remember to grab these clips while I'm working. And then I know exactly what I'm going to write in the captions because I've already written these types of captions 100 times now. I know exactly like I know before I post if it's going to perform well or not. And
yeah.
like I can kind of even see like within the first, few metrics, I can kind of tell if it's going to go viral or if it's just going to be, like a 10,000 view video, which is still like nothing I had ever experienced prior to the course. So it's just been super exciting because it's like a little thrill. I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
I've gamified it almost, or you have. And I think that that's really invaluable because like you said, rinse and repeat. It's just like, I don't even have to think. There's no question, is this good content or not? Like, just okay, well, I knew this performed well last time. So how do I make that just a smidge better?
Yeah.
Or if I'm feeling lazy, I'll just, rinse and repeat the exact same thing and it performs well again. So that makes
Yeah.
it really easy.
Yeah. And you're able to see the metrics and you're able to track those patterns. And that's
Yeah,
like a
learning how to
big
read the
unlock.
metrics too, I think has been really helpful.
Yes. Yes. It's like you have unlocked all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
never looked. I never cared because I was like, no one cares. But people are out there looking. I mean, at this point, like half of my inquiries come from Instagram. So like
Yeah, I
that's
was just gonna
crazy.
ask. I was just gonna ask because I remember, so you are in the academy and you're also in Bridalpreneur Socials, and then me and you had booked a one-on-one call together. And at
Yes.
that time, I forget when it was, maybe the spring, somewhere
Hmm.
around then, the winter or the spring, you were having issues with getting inquiries, turning your content, converting. We were getting some views, but I think after the call, you were able to get more views because we kind of dialed in a little bit. But walk me through what your bookings and inquiries have looked like recently.
Yeah, so currently I am booking 55 weddings a year and I have a 40% conversion rate from just inquiries, which is crazy. For the last 6 months, it's been a 40% conversion rate. So definitely will be giving myself a raise. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Because when I first started the course, I had a 9% conversion rate. So it's skyrocketed, which is so exciting. And I've also upped my rates. I've doubled my rates from the 9% to the 40%. So I'm like very excited about that.
Yeah.
Um, as far as like inquiries coming in, I mean, it's crazy. Even late in the season, I'm still getting people like, I know your books are closed and I know you're fully booked, but like you're my dream hairstylist. Like, how can I get on your schedule? And it's like I literally have people begging in my inbox now. Like that's insane.
I
What?
love that. I love that. I'm not
Yeah,
shocked.
it's crazy. And it's like the artistry hasn't changed, like it's just the way it's presented. And I think that that's super cool.
Yeah.
And I already have a wait list for next year, I haven't even started marketing it yet. I'm going to start marketing it at the end of the month. But even before talking about it online, I already have 25 people on my wait list and I'm only booking 55. So that's crazy because I haven't even still told anyone I'm doing this wait list unless they inquire. So that's
Wait.
super.
Kate, that's insane. That's
No, I
actually insane.
know.
And you don't even need to promote it until do it with us together in
That's what I'm
November.
planning on doing.
I can't even
Truly.
comprehend. I can't even comprehend. But how has it felt coming from, because if you start at Black Friday and I just remember you being in that place and I honestly just wanted to like fly myself out to Denver and just like put my arms around you and help you. And just to like see where you're at now just literally gives me chills, makes me so happy. So like
Ah,
how has that felt for you? Because I remember when we chatted, you were like thinking about getting a studio.
yeah.
Like we were a little sad. And now I feel
Yeah, it
like
was
you're in,
definitely like my rock bottom. Like
I know you've
I
come
felt
such
like
a
I had to
long
go get
way.
another job. Like I thought I
I
was like,
know.
okay, like I peaked, like it's over. Like I did it and now it's over and I didn't know how to keep it. And now I'm like gearing up to make sure that I hit six figures next year, like no brainer. Like it's gonna be so easy. And like this year I came super close to hitting six figures too, which is super exciting because I at the beginning of the year when I talked to you last, like I was only supposed to make like 17,000. I was like, okay, I can't live off of
No,
that. So like
I
what do we
know.
do?
Oh.
So yeah, it's definitely been like the confidence of like my business and like the business side of things. I mean, I have other vendors now referring me who I've never met. I've had vendors reach out to me wanting to meet me because they've seen me, they've heard of me, and they want to like put me on their referral sheets. I've had at this point probably like 10 other vendors reach out to me just to be like, I love your work. Like, and that I think is like the biggest compliment because they see so much. And so, yeah, I've had so many people reach out, other hair and makeup artists asking me like, what am I, did I hire somebody? Like, it's been so crazy, like the amount of other people who are watching. Like, I had no idea other people like were watching.
Oh yeah, they're locked in
No, it's
because
crazy.
they really are because your content game just got so good and now you're probably showing up more so you have more eyes on you. People really care.
Totally. But I feel so comfortable because they're all cheering me on. All these vendors that are reaching out, they're reaching out because they either, feel like they already know me, so they feel like we can just like kiki, or
Yeah.
it's like they want to meet me. They're like, I need you on my referral sheet. I need to like have you work with me and my brides. Like you got your shit together. I want to have you on my team.
Yes.
And so like that's just been really reassuring because I do think that there is a stigma in the hair and makeup like wedding world of like us being like the messy ones, the sloppy ones, the late ones. And I'm not that, but I'm still fighting that stigma. And so like to already have like that stigma gone by the time they even say hello to me is like such a relief. I don't feel like I have to prove myself as much because my website's doing it for me. My Instagram's doing it for me. And it's like my past brides are doing it for me. Like they're referring me, they're talking about me, they're commenting on my things, they're reposting my stuff. Like they're doing the hard lifting. And I just get to like walk in like a little princess and be like, T, I'm here.
I have arrived.
Yes, it's so crazy. And I love it. It's just like I now get to just do my best work because people trust me so much more. I don't have to waste the time and the energy and whatnot to prove myself. Like I'm supposed to be here actually. Like
Yes.
and it's opened so many more doors with brides, but also in the like the vendor side, my vendor referrals have drastically gone up, and I'm getting referrals from people I've never even met before, like that are just putting me on their sheets.
Wait, I have to ask you a question because that was literally one of my favorite things as well. When you like your social media pops off, like vendors just all of a sudden notice you.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you a question. Did you ever do styled shoots before?
I had done a couple in the beginning of my career, but I haven't done one in like 6 years because I never found like that they did anything for me. I had no
Thank
control over
you.
it, and it was always a hot mess of a day. And so I stopped doing them. But now, yeah, I'm getting so much more vendor referral than before. I had a vendor reach out, a photographer reach out, and she's like, I saw you got a new studio because I've posted about it. And they're like, I would love to give you free headshots in your studio so we can meet so I can put you on my referral sheet.
That's insanity. But like, okay, that didn't come from a styled shoot. That came from
Oh,
your social media presence. And that's where I
yes,
think the disconnect is. Like, styled shoots are not going to give you what your social media presence does in terms of
definitely not.
networking. Like,
Yeah.
your social media is doing it for you. And then
100% and no
free
extra
headshots?
time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was so nice.
That's so nice. I love that.
No, it was definitely good marketing because I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Like, yeah, I'm down, I'm down. Um, so I remember you telling me prior you had worked like before you were like I guess like the COVID boom era, it was like you were working maybe like 100-ish weddings a year.
300 I did in 2021.
300 weddings. And I remember it was like your goal for this year to work 100. So when I
Hmm.
heard you say 55, I was like, oh, bless,
Yeah,
bless.
55 and fully booked. And I still had some bookings that were my a la carte pricing, and so that's why I didn't hit six figures. But had I had everyone at my current pricing, which I will for next year plus some, I will hopefully get that all booked, and it'll be another six-figure year, and we'll be back to it.
So I need details on that because it was like, I know a lot of people have a mindset, and sometimes it is true in the beginning, you want to work more to earn more, meaning you want to work more weddings to earn more. And I
Yes.
think maybe that might have been your mindset in the beginning of the year,
Hmm.
but you're working 55 weddings and you're almost at six figures. So kind of walk me through like your mindset shift from packaging or from a la carte to packaging and how you've been able to earn more. And if you're comfortable sharing what you were before versus now, price wise.
Yeah, so when I was a la carte, I was charging 250 per bridal service, so 500 total for hair and makeup. And I want to say either 100 or 125 for oh no, it was 120 I was charging per service for guests.
Okay.
And then, travel and all of that on top of it. And I would have people negotiating left and right if we do extra, because at this price, like, can I get a discount? And I also didn't have my pricing on my website because I was very much like a believer in like fall in love with me and then we'll put the price tag afterwards.
Yeah.
And like I'm sure to some extent that helps push my career in the direction it was going, but that wasn't the direction I needed it to be in. I'm able to now provide such a luxury experience for my clients that I was attempting to do, but was so burnt out. Like I was giving touch-up kits, but I wasn't able to like stay late. And I wasn't able to like, oh, let me just do your flower girl's hair or like, let me, do these extra services or, whatnot. And now it's like such a no-brainer for my clients to be like, this is what I want. And it's already packaged up with a nice neat bow. I have way less questions. Everything's on my website. And I'm getting more inquiries than I was before just because I have more eyes. And I think some people don't want to reach out to ask how much it is. They're going to assume it's too much. And even though I was less than, average here in Colorado, I was still not getting booked. And now I think the highest person ever. And I'm raising my rates again because I have that conversion rate. I'm also going to start adding 2 hours worth of touch-ups to every single wedding. I
Ooh.
didn't think that that was something I wanted to do, but that's because I was working 300 weddings. I just wanted to go home at the end of the day. Whereas, like, I've been staying back for a couple of like my dream brides this year just to kind of feel it out and see, like, is this something that I can manage? Is this something I want to do? Is this something that feels too overwhelming? And I love it. I love being there when they're putting their dress on. I love being the one to put the veil in. I love being there to make sure everything's like perfect before they walk down the aisle. And before I would be so exhausted. I'd be like, I did my job. Like, let me go home. And now it's like I get to be their cheerleader. I get to be like their like beauty insider. Like I get to be that person and it's so exciting. And so like I'm so excited to offer that to my brides. Just standard. All of my packages are going to have that because I want it. Like I want to be able to have some content of them in their dress. I want to be able to put their veil in. I want to be there for that to make sure that they feel comfortable and like ready to go. And that's not something that I could do if I was doing 300 weddings a year, let alone
No.
100. Like it's because I'm only doing 55 that I'm able to provide such a luxury experience. And next year, I'm also doing like welcome baskets. So when they sign on their contract and everything, I'm going to mail them like their hair and skincare prep. So they'll have some clarifying shampoo, some deep conditioner, and like a little branded tote bag and everything sent to their house. So I'm so excited about all that. And like, that's not something that I could do before. I also couldn't like buy the best hair and makeup product because I was going through it so quickly and charging so little that I couldn't afford the nicest of the nice. And so like now I get to just splurge and buy the fun hair and makeup stuff that's like I would want in my kit because I have that ability to be that financially savvy. Like I have in one of your courses, you have like how to separate all your finances, which I was not doing before. And it makes everything so easy because I'm like, oh, I have this much money left over in my, go back into my business account. What am I going to do with it? And that's when I was like, oh, I actually have enough money for a rebrand. Like, I actually have enough money to hire someone to pick out my fonts and colors and make a logo for me. And I was like, oh, that's super cool. And then I was like, oh, I actually have enough money to do a branding shoot. Oh, I actually have enough money to hire a model for that branding shoot. And it's like, I don't have to like think about it. It's just like, that's what the money is for. I don't have to like figure out where I'm going to come up with the money. I don't have to like feel guilty for spending the money. Like that's what it's there for. And because of that, I've been able to invest so much more into my business and more into my brides and offer a more like luxury experience from back end all the way to wedding day. Is like a no-brainer then for my clients. Like then they don't have to think it through. They're like, oh, Kate's got me. Like I'm
Right.
I'm good. Like, and that's the experience that I've always wanted to be able to give, but I couldn't do that when I was doing 300 weddings. Just
No,
wasn't.
and not when we were doing charity work. No. Now we
No.
have profit. We have profit.
Yeah, it was definitely twofold. I mean, I definitely needed to put in the reps to like get good, but I don't like I'm good now. Like I've done the reps. I've done 12 years of reps. Like now it's providing that luxury service and it's been so fun. It's been fun. Like it's brought the fun back to the art of what we do.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And I love that, like, now that you're able to do packages, it just feels like probably a no-brainer for your brides, making bookings easier, but also
Mhm.
adding more profit in so then you can put it back into your business and
It's
create
been
that
golden.
experience. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
I have brides because my inquiry form, if I'm available, goes straight into um, packages, and they're able to click right through, sign a contract, pay without even speaking to me. And I have so many people do that, and they're sending me hundreds of dollars without ever even speaking to me. And it's because it all feels so professional and well done and like put together. And it's like, of course she does this. Like, look how many reviews she has. Look how much like she's put back into her business. Like, this is a legitimate thing. Like, no one's scared. And
Yeah.
that's so nice.
Oh, wait. So you have brides literally. Do you have Dotsato?
I have HoneyBook.
Honeybook. Okay, yeah, same thing. So brides are able to inquire and like book right away when you say you're available, and they're
Hmm.
booking within minutes.
Hmm.
Of course they are.
It's so crazy.
I love
It's so
that.
crazy, especially now that my books are closed for 2025. People are literally still in my DMs and my email, like begging me to reopen them.
Please put me in, Kate.
Yes, and the wait list is crazy already, and we haven't even talked about it online. So, like,
I
that's
know.
nuts
Is your wait list, how's your 2026? Is your wait list for 26 or 27?
for 2026. So, I don't have any bookings yet for 2026.
Oh,
Um, So yeah, I'm very excited about that because I'm raising my rates and changing my package structure a little bit because I have so many inquiries for just bride and my minimum right now is bride plus one. So I've changed my smallest package to just bride with a trial and 2 hours of touch-ups. And that's gonna be $1,900. And I like know people are gonna book it. Like that is still like not even what my minimum is. Like it's so crazy. Like that's possible. It wouldn't have been, 2 years ago.
yeah. But now it is. Now brides are going to eat that up.
Eat
They're
it
going to
up. I mean, they're literally on a wait list. They're waiting to pay me that money. Like that's
They are.
crazy.
I love that for you. So, what would
It's
you
good. It's good.
say? I mean, we have so many wins, but what would you say has been your biggest takeaway, your biggest like aha moment that kind of really like changed your business?
Gosh, because there's just so many. I think the packages, I was pretty against it for a while. I'd seen other people give me what is a breakdown of this and that, and I would still get the email. And so like it took out all of that back and forth, which sometimes is three, four, five emails. So that eliminated a lot of work on my end, eliminated a lot of work on my bride's end, and I just think it made it look a lot more professional because or something that stuck with me that does a la carte pricing. Every other vendor does packages.
Yep.
That's what a bride is expecting. And that's when it clicked for me. I was like, oh, right, duh. Like, why are we doing it differently just because we're from the salon world? And
Hmm.
even you would probably hear it now in the salon world, like people are starting to do packages, people are starting to charge per hour, like they're getting away from a la carte pricing too. And
Yes.
it's because it's confusing. People don't know what they need.
No. And one of my clients, who's still in the salon, she does weddings too. she took packages and put them in salon pricing too. So now she does packages there and she's like, it's
And that's so
crushing.
dreamy.
Yeah. So smart.
So yeah, that's I think the biggest one that's changed like my client experience as well as my back end because it's twofold. Like I have less emails to deal with. Clients can literally just book without saying a word to me, and clients understand what they're getting and what value I'm providing, and it doesn't feel so like money based. It feels so much more like here's what I'm going to give you, and it costs this much instead of like, well, how much is it? And what is it going to cost me? And what if I don't get this one little thing? What if I don't do that? Like, I don't have clients asking that anymore.
No. And would you say you feel like you're working with a different type of bride now?
Much
Like,
more organized.
I
They know what they want and they're looking for it. I before was just hair and makeup, and now it's like,
love
no, I want Cate. Like, I want you to, like, you are my dream hair and makeup artist, which just adds like another level of trust to the day, which is
absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. And I love that. Because I know that you are in both of my programs, Bridalpreneur Socials, which is my social media course, and Bridal Boss Academy, which is your sales and bookings. Which one did you join first, and which one would you recommend starting with first?
Ooh, I feel like I did it backwards. So I joined Bridalpreneur Socials first,
Okay.
which I feel like most people start in the social,
They do.
or sorry, wait, I joined BA first.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like most people start in socials and then scoot over just because of price point to understand like
Mhm.
how you teach. But I
Yeah.
went like nosedive because I knew what I was looking for was that business side of things.
Yeah.
And then when I was in it, you would talk about your social media courses and you'd give tidbits of the social media stuff. And I just loved the way that you taught that I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this too. Like, what's the harm? And that's like doing them side by side, I think was the best because I was able to just like implement and just kind of bop back and forth and just really implement everything from like building out my CRM to creating content with what was already in my camera roll as someone who didn't create content before this, but like I would have a lot of after videos. And so like I was able to at least with what I had make a lot of content. That related back to my CRM and my website and my booking and all of that. So I did start with BB and I added socials. I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks later. It didn't take long for me to be like, nope, I'm sold. And now anything you put out, I'm there. You know it. I'm on
I
every wait list available.
You're so funny. I adore you. But
I
like,
believe that. Like, I feel like your classes have added so much value to my business as someone who has taken a lot of online courses, and I have even more stored up in my computer that have been sitting there for years because I'm like, I already know this. Like, I've done this enough and I've taken enough courses and I've been in the business long enough. I don't need someone to show me where the pro discounts are. I don't need someone to tell me that I need a honey book. Like I need someone to show me how to actually run a business, how to do the KPI tracking, how to read the social metrics and like that kind of stuff. And I
mhm.
couldn't find anyone else doing that. So I was so excited when you came across my feed and like I got exactly what I was looking for. And then like stuff I didn't even know existed also presented to me so easily digestible.
Well, so wait, because you've been in so many other courses, as you have said, what would you say is something that is different in the academy versus that you got versus in other courses? What kind of sets it
Mm.
apart in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest one is definitely like the how to run your bridal business. I feel like so many of the other courses touch on it, but don't really deep dive. It's like a side, like, oh, bonus course,
Yeah.
little 10-minute, like nothing deep dive. And it
Yeah.
would just be the same regurgitated conversation that I have heard from every other person. I also feel like your classes were very much like stepping stones. It was broken up into very easily digestible like modules, and you would do them in order and it would make so much sense. Whereas some of the other ones you bop around and it's like, yeah, you get some stuff here and there, but yours all built upon each other that in a way that like okay, this is what I do first, this is what I do second, this is what I do third, and then when I finish this, I can move on to step four. And then it was just so easy to just be like, okay, here's the class, here's me teaching it, here's the worksheet, now here's what you need to do, like your actionable steps at the end.
Yeah.
and then you can move on to the next. And that was game changer for me because I'm very much like, let's go.
I
And
know
then you
you
had it all
are.
mapped out. Yeah. So you
You're
had it
like,
all
boom, boom,
mapped out of
boom.
like, here, learn the course, here's the worksheet, fill that all out, and now you know what to say, and now you can implement it. And I thought that that was really perfect because it wasn't just like regurgitated conversations and it wasn't like it was very much like, okay, for you, how do you feel? Here's the questions to point you in that direction so you can understand how you actually feel. Because I think a lot of us as artists haven't really sat down and wondered like, why do we do this? It's just like I've always done it. Like I've never had to sit down and think like, well, what makes me special? I'm just like, well, I'm Cate. And you're like, okay, but what about Cate? You know, like I made it so easy to like hone in on like my mission statement because of the questions you're asking in the worksheets after you already talked about you and your business. It was like, oh, well, this makes total sense. And then where to put it? Oh, great. Here's how to write your Instagram bio, and here's how I wrote mine, and here's the questions you should ask yourself before you start writing yours. So I loved that.
Yeah, I love it's always my mission to give you the why because if you know the why, then you can do it on your own. Do you know
Yes.
what I mean? Like I don't want anyone to feel like they have to rely on me for their business to be successful. I want you to get what you need, understand the why, and then you can go off on your own and, not feel like you always need a course or a mentor, but you can
Totally.
like do it yourself now. Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly how I felt because I know we have our school page where we can ask you questions and you're super responsive in that, which is super wonderful because I'm a part of other school pages that are not very responsive from like the owners. So like that's already really great that you know, have your set days where you're in there and you're writing back to everyone who asks you questions. But I mean, I went through the whole course and barely had a question. Like
Oh,
I more just wanted more eyes on things of like,
yeah.
am I too in it? But it was just so nice. I didn't have a single question because you do deep dive into the why, which just makes it, like you said, long term. Like I'm able to now. I'm finished your courses. I still come to your monthly meetups, but like I finish your courses and I'm still able to implement the same things in my content, in my website, in my emails, and kind of branch out and like make it less template, make it less copy paste and more me. And it's so easy because I already have the template. So now it's just adding the why of my why instead of your why.
Adding your personality.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So what would you say has been your biggest win in the academy
Ooh.
when it comes to like sales, bookings? I know social media,
Well,
we hit 5K followers and millions of views. So, I mean,
yeah,
already
that's
winning there.
crazy. Yeah, so as far as like inside my business, I mean, I didn't think I was going to be fully booked this year. That was definitely not on my radar. I was scared. Like the point blank period, I was scared. But I did. I fully booked myself and I didn't have to like panic and take last minute bookings or work for teams or do anything that like felt like it was devaluing my artistry. I was able to call all the shots. And so, like, yeah, not only was I able to raise all of my rates, but I fully booked and now I have a wait list for next year. That's the win.
That's the win. I'm so proud of
Period.
you. So impressive, my girl. She is so
Thanks.
impressive.
Ah.
I could not. That is amazing. Your wait list, I'm telling you, brides are probably already now. They're like, I don't even
Mm.
know when it opens, but I'm setting my alarm.
Sure. Yeah, I'm hopeful. It feels good. The fact that I haven't even like chatted it up yet and 25 people, because with your when I was looking at what we were talking about in our last Zoom call, you were like 40 to 60% booked in January. So that's I only need 22 people to book in January. And I already have 25 people on my wait list. And I haven't
Yeah.
even started talking about it yet. So like these
Yeah.
numbers are making sense to me.
I feel like you would be able to book 60% of your year. With a
I hope
55,
so.
60%, I feel like you could definitely book 30 brides in 30 days.
Right? Like that doesn't feel crazy.
I know it doesn't feel crazy because of your numbers. Like
Yeah. And like
40%
now that I
conversion
know my
rate.
numbers.
Yes, thank you. Like you get it. You gotta lean on the
Same,
numbers.
same, same.
He gets it.
Oh yeah, it feels nice because I'm like, oh yeah, like no biggie. I'm definitely gonna be booked up next year.
Oh,
I'm hitting 6 figures. It's like there's no maybe, there's no hopefully. Like these numbers make sense
yes.
with my 40% conversion rate, with my even with my raised rates. Like this still makes sense.
It makes sense. We're making it happen. I can't wait.
Crazy.
Okay, if somebody was on the fence about joining Bridal Boss Academy, if they're like coming from other courses, like you've done other courses in the past that maybe just didn't match up or meet your expectations, or maybe they're like, this feels like a hefty investment. I don't know if I'm going to get my investment back. What would you tell them?
Okay, well, first off, I would have paid three, four, five times as much to get into your course as I did with the amount you've like changed my life and like changed my business. Like, I would definitely be working a part-time job right now if I didn't sign up for your course. When I did, because I think we all know, like wedding industry, when you make changes, it takes, 6, 8, 9, 12 months to see those changes come to fruition. So, if I started 3 months later or, started 2 months earlier, who knows where that would all be.
Yeah.
So definitely would pay more than what you're charging. Like it's not enough. It's not enough. It's worth every penny. I'm able to live the lifestyle that I want to live because of this course, truly. Like 100% mean that in every way. It's changed my life. Like I now understand the why of running a business as someone who didn't go to college, doesn't have a degree. Like I just want to be an artist and I never really wanted to be a business owner, but they do kind of go hand in hand in this world. I was able to take all of the hard parts out of being a business owner because of your course. Like all the automations, because I hate emailing and I hate posting on social media, but you've made it easier. And like all the things that I didn't like are now so much easier that I could do them in my sleep only because of your course. And that's changed my life. I mean, truly.
I'm so happy for you. Like literally, I'm on the verge of tears. I'm really trying to hold back because I'm so happy for you. I don't even think you understand. Just because like
It feels so good.
that's amazing.
Had I not had these resources, I would still be looking at a $20,000 a year instead of $100,000.
I know. I
And this is
know.
just the beginning. Like it takes a
Literally.
year for it to all click. And so like now I'm in the thick of it and I'm like, okay, I got this. Like great. Like 2026 is gonna be my year. Like
I know.
no, this is my career and I will
Yeah.
give anything for it. And so it's so nice to have it like backed by now my brides who would give anything to book me. Like that's crazy. That energy is now being reciprocated.
Yes, because everything you put out is now coming back to you. And it's
Yeah.
crazy how, like, it is very true what you put in, like, with a business when you're in those starting points can take up to 12 months, but you've been able to, like, shortcut that within, like, just a couple months. You've been able to see those massive results. So,
Sure. And it's just going to keep growing. I mean, it's just like this snowball. I've got my CEO Mondays and I sit down and I do my KPI trackers and I check through everything. I've got all my automations go out, so I've got more time to do other things. And now it's so easy for me because it's like habit, it's routine. I have this dream wedding of mine coming up at my favorite venue, and this bride wants the dream makeup of mine. Like, I need to make sure I get this clip, and this clip. And I'm not even thinking because I'm like, I already know what clips I need.
mhm.
I already know what to film. I already know how to edit it. It's already there. And like, it's just routine. And it's so simple now.
So simple and easy. I love that for you. Oh, okay. Where can we hang out with you? We want to know the Instagram. Tell us. I
Yes, I'm
want.
over at Cate, Cate hair makeup on Instagram and TikTok. And then my website is also Cate, hairmakeup.com.
Amazing. Oh, I'll be peeping for that rebrand. I cannot wait to see it.
Yes, coming soon, coming soon. It's gonna be good.
Yes. I hope you DM me. DM me when you get it because I want to
Sure.
see. I want to
Once
hook you
it's
up.
live.